What up, nerds? Tonight I got another good one for you. Blind Barrel's Batch 15. Now, for those of you asking, what is Blind Barrels? Blind Barrels is a whiskey tasting experience. Every few months, they send you a different box full of 4 different whiskeys. Now, each one of these whiskeys, they're not labeled, they're not named. They have just A, B, and C on them, and D. A, B, C, and D. They have A, B, C, and D on them with a QR code on the back. You're designed to try them, see what you think, and then scan the QR code to find out what they are. Did you guess right? Now, for those of you that's like, I don't want to do a blind tasting, I'll tell you what. Since these guys find some really great distilleries, this is a wonderful way to sample a bunch of different fantastic distilleries that are either big names or up and coming across America without having to shell out the $50, $60, sometimes $150 for the bottle if you could find it. On top of that, you can always go to their website, and if you're a member, you get a nice discount, which isn't bad too. One of the things that I also like is they send a whiskey tasting card with you. I actually am just a normal guy. I'm not the whiskey sommelier or anything like that. I don't have a fantastically amazing palate. I'm just a normal dude, probably like you guys watching. This right here is really cool because it actually shows what you're tasting, what you can see, what are you, like, gives you all the ideas for all the words that you might not just be able to bring into your brain at the time, but it gives you a good idea for them. So when you're looking at it, you can go, oh my gosh, you know, this really is clove, licorice, and marzipan, if you know what marzipan tastes like. Tastes similar to Jupiter pan, but a little hotter because it's closer to the sun. Is that, sorry, nerdy joke for you. Wow, wow. This right here, Blind Barrel's Release 15. It's a very special story thanks to our members. All the distilleries from this kit were recommended/incepted into our brains from our community. One of them is a bourbon made from a lost heirloom variety of corn brought back from its last 2 remaining cobs. I'm going to say it's a red corn, just a guess. A whiskey made from a grain that actually replenishes all the nutrients in the soil in which it grows. A blend that's come to be defined as the style of whiskey for a major American city. A family-run distillery brought to life with the help of the Johnny Appleseed whiskey. Now, Blind Barrels was cool enough to send this to me, and if you guys are saying, how can you get them to send one to you? You can do the same thing I did. Get online and pay for it, because ain't nobody sending me free stuff. But hey, Blind Barrels, if you're hearing this guy likes your whiskey, just to let you know. As always, you can go to their website, pick up a subscription of your own. But without further ado, let's dive into this. First up for Blind Barrel's Release 15, we have A. Now, once again, A, there's no actual name on it, got a QR code on the back. So we're just gonna dive into it and see what we think of it. Maybe I can guess it right, see what we got. On the nose, it's sweet. It's citrus, it's like a grapefruit orange. And some honey caramel that comes through. Cheers. So it's above 90 proof. I'm gonna put it at a bottled and bond or 100 proof. Really tasty. It's sweet. Got a little bit of orange peel to it, which is really, really enjoyable. I get a little bit of caramel, a little bit of orange peel, a little bit of honey. And on the very end of it, I get a little bit of bread and baking spice. It's nice, it's pleasant. I really enjoy this. I like that a lot. So we scan the QR code and let's see what we got. Sample A is Thresh and Winnow Bottled and Bond Millet Whiskey from Koval Distillery. Has a sexy bottle. Koval Distillery from Chicago, Illinois. 100 proof, 5 years old, 100% organic millet. Millet is one of the most popular grains worldwide and is beloved by farmers for its ability to replenish the nutrients in the soil in which it's grown. Plus, it's very drought resistant. And makes a pretty super whiskey. Aroma. On the nose, you get a vibrant tropical fruit, mango, and pineapple. I didn't get that, but I did get a grapefruit and orange, which, yeah, close enough. Honey drizzled over warm porridge red hots. Okay, definitely didn't get those. And chocolate covered cherries, sure. Taste, we got a palate that starts off soft with a sweet grain and vintage cola. Time continues with a raisin bread, nuts, vanilla, marshmallow, and chamomile tea. You know, in the finish, it's a clean, bright with notes of orange, cherry, cola, and cream. So I feel like I kind of hit all around the right points here on this. Not too far off. This was a really tasty one. I really enjoyed it. I will definitely pick up a bottle of this. Plus, it'll look great on my bar card. Next up for Blind Barrel's Inception Release number 15, we have B. Now, no name on it as always. QR code on the back so we can scan it and see what we got. Without further ado, let's crack into it. All right, here we have B. Guys, cheers. On the nose. Bright, it's light, no big alcohol stringent smell. I get like a cherry and a licorice. Kind of a little bit of an earthy tone to it, and then honey that kind of comes to the forefront. Oh, that's really interesting. This kind of has like that sherry Oloroso cask finished Penelope taste to it. I got to try one of those Project X Penelopes a while back, and this really reminds me of that. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this was a finished bourbon of some kind and some kind of wine-esque thing. Man, it's really smooth. Definitely probably about 90 proof. If it's 100, I'll be shocked. Got a lot of baking spice to it. Like a plummy, figgy, raisiny jam, I guess. Really, really tasty. That's I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably also from the finish, but this is quite good. Very delicious. Medium finish. Doesn't hang around too long, but leaves a little bit of an impression so you don't forget who it is. Let's see who B is and scan the QR code. All right, are you ready? Drum roll, please. B. Let's see here. Kansas City Whiskey, J. Rieger. Rieger? One of the two of them. Either way, Rieger makes some pretty decent whiskey. This one right here is 92 proof. Ding, got that one. Let's see here. All right, underage, it says whiskey aged greater than 4 years, so 4 years in 1 day, plus a 15-year-old sherry blend. That's interesting. I nailed the wine taste. The wine notes just kind of come through, but it's not overpowering. 75% straight bourbon, 18% light corn whiskey, 5% rye, less than 2% 15-year-old Williams and Hubert sherry. It's a blend that varies batch to batch. Fun fact, this delicious Kansas City whiskey, which J. Rieger & Co. worked hard to designate as a new style particular to their region. The brand is revitalizing a historic practice of blending sherry and whiskey. And you know what? I'm down for that. J. Rieger, I like what you got going on. The aroma, unsurprisingly, well, I was shocked. A rich sherry forward nose, backed by honey, fresh gingerbread, mild licorice, chocolate covered caramel, and butterscotch. I can now see the butterscotch now that I've just read that. The taste, very balanced on the palate, definitely agree. Good spice and notes of walnuts, soaked in cherry, figs, dates, and raisins. I definitely got the figs, dates, and raisins part. I was kind of leaning more towards plum, but absolutely. Toasted with almonds and dark chocolate. This is a great one, guys. I would pick up A or B from this box. Both of these are pretty stellar. Next up for release number 15, Inception, we have got C. Now, let's see here. Let's see what we got for C. Bottle C, as you can see. No label, of course, so do a blind taste and see what we got. I wish it had a little tiny cork so I could hear a cork pop like a, or a little boop. All right, for this bad boy here, on the nose. Leather. Yep, leather and tobacco come right out to the forefront. And like a dark fruit, maybe like a cherry of sorts. Doesn't smell very spicy, doesn't smell very proofy, doesn't smell very high proof. Really, it kind of reminds me of a Woodford double oaked. Oh, that's nice, wow. Got a good mouthfeel, nice and viscous. Leather. Leather comes out first. You get a leather, you get a caramel, very smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and say like 90 proof. You get like a little bit of chocolate, you get a little bit of cherry. I would say it's a Woodford double oaked, but I know they're not gonna put Woodford in this box. Medium to long finish, hangs around afterward, coats the tongue, very pleasant. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Oh, who do we got here? We have got Jimmy Red Bottled in Bond, straight bourbon whiskey. I totally missed that proof point. It's 100 proof. I said it was 90. From Highwire Distilling in Charleston, South Carolina. Somebody, by the way, if you're watching, I'm hoping to get a distillery tour with you guys so I can film your process, talk to your owners, and let our community learn a little bit more about you. I'm in your area all the time. Hit me up if you get a chance. Mash bill, 100% Jimmy Red Corn. I actually didn't know Jimmy Red Corn was a type of corn. I thought it was just red corn, but hey, Jimmy Red Corn. Better than the Kevin Red Corn, but a little sweeter than the Brian Red Corn. So it's a very, it's a sweet mash. I like it. Let's see here. Jimmy Red Corn was down to its last 2 cobs in existence before Highwire team partnered with the Clemson University test farm to resurrect this heirloom grain. The aroma, an incredibly inviting nose. I would agree with tobacco. Got it. Tobacco. I got the tobacco. tropical fruits leading into a dark manuka honey. Dark manuka. I have no idea what dark manuka is, but hey, sounds like honey. Dark manuka honey, old leather, nailed that one. Dark chocolate covered in cherries, I could see that. And cooked strawberries. I thought they were uncooked strawberries. And coffee beans. Didn't get the coffee beans. The taste is a phenomenal texture, not just a good texture, not a great texture, not a better texture. It's phenomenal. A phenomenal texture with notes of mango chews as opposed to just mango, bananas, sour straws, hazelnut, brittle, and buttered corn, moving into the classic bourbon brown sugar, caramel, and smoky vanilla. Man, they put a lot of work into that description. Moving into the classic bourbon brown sugar. Nice finish here. It says the strong balance with notes of cocoa and yada yada. Hey, this is a good one. I really enjoyed it. So far, A, B, and C in this bourbon barrel blind barrel box goodies is pretty fantastic. Guys, great job so far. I can't wait to see what the next one is. Up next for Blind Barrels release number 15, Inception. We have got... All right, here comes D on the nose. Definitely smells like a higher proof. I get like a mint, vegetal earthiness, and like a black licorice. Kinda nice. Cheers, friends. On the face. Ooh, that's definitely spicier than the rest of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put this above 115. Has a nice little bite for your tongue there. It is a little spicier. A lot of wood spices. It's got almost like a minty taste to it that kind of comes out, which I'm not a big fan of mint, but this is still pretty good. On top of that, you get a little bit of black licorice. There's also a little bit of a bite of cinnamon and clove that really comes out. It's kind of like a little, it tastes like a lighter spicy Fireball. And that's not putting it down. I'm not a big fan of Fireball, but it has all those Christmassy tones that it reminds you of. This is tasty. I'm a big fan of high proof pours. Believe it or not, it actually is pretty light, even though it's fairly viscous here in the glass. I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is a rye. Got a medium to long finish, and it kind of hits you on the front of the tongue, not so much the back of the tongue or in the back of the throat like most higher proof whiskeys would. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely put this above 115. Very nice, very well rounded, fairly balanced. Not a big fan of the mint, but that's just a personal palate preference. You guys might like that, and then if you do, this one's for you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got here. Bada bing. Reunion Rye Whiskey, barrel strength from Union Horse Distilling Company. On the nose is a vibrant from the start. Nice wood elements lead to a rich wintergreen. Hey, I got the mintiness. Snickerdoodle, didn't see that. Dark licorice, yep. Vanilla and boysenberry. I don't know what a boysenberry tastes like, so maybe. We got an intriguing palate to the taste. We got layers of sweet spice, cinnamon, mace. My eyes weren't burning, so I'm not picking up much of the mace. Dark brown sugar, fermented blackberries, canned blueberries, and good tannins as opposed to the bad tannins. Thank you for not putting bad tannins in this. Much appreciated. But you know what? I can see a lot of this on the taste. Like I said, I give it a fireball-y, spicy cinnamon taste. So yeah, that's a win. It's 120 proof, aged 6 years, and it's 100% Midwest grown rye. Fun fact: founded by the Garcia siblings and named for their former horse farm. Union Horse was established with the help of David Prickle, the Johnny Appleseed of American whiskey. Not a big fan of the mintiness of this one, but all four of these were pretty decent. I gotta say, they are really knocking these out of the park. This release 15 is probably one of my favorites. I think release 15 and release 13 were my favorites so far. Guys, if you're looking for a great way to try a new whiskey, I highly recommend Blind Barrels. They're not paying me to say this, they're not giving me anything. It's just a really great way to try a whole bunch of new spirits out there chosen by others. And you don't gotta pay full price for them, which is pretty fantastic. As always, bourbon's better with friends. Cheers.